Hi, everybody. Welcome to Magic Universe. This is the message from Universe 33. This is a timeless reading that has a message for you whenever you feel drawn to watch it. And it's also a part of the Pick a Message playlist. And how to play with the playlist is in the description below. I also have a Pick a Daily playlist with shorter daily messages that you can also play with. And that's also in the description below. Thank you, you guys, so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you're interested in a private reading or healing that is just for you, because these ones here on the channel are group readings, so not every message may apply to everybody. But if you want a reading that is just for you, then you can go to my website at magicuniverse.co. That's .co. Thank you. And so here you go, message from Universe 33. Enjoy. All right, this is so interesting. So interesting. First, the color that message from Universe 33 is vibrating at is this dark purple right here. And I feel like this has this energy of like a complete overhaul of say whatever, if you've been going through some tough times, if you've been going through some energy where you're not completely, I just get this feeling like you're not seeing yourself the way you really are. Like okay, we are human beings, right? But what we actually are spirits flowing through energy consciousness that's flowing through the physical realm, flowing through our physical body to perceive through our eyes and ears and fingers. We're more than just a physical body. We're more than just a human being. We are the spirit being, the what how people deem whether somebody is alive or not alive, right? It's like that aliveness, that life force, that's spirit. And sometimes we forget. Sometimes we don't see who we really are. And because, physical life is so real, right? I mean, physical reality is so real that we forget that we have superpowers. We have unlimited potential, unlimited powers. And this message is about that, is about reminding you that you are all powerful God beings. Like all together, all of us together, we are God. All of us together, we are universe. We are the universe, right? And streaming parts of this God being, streaming parts of this universe into each of us that make up all of the plants, the earth, planets, the human beings on the earth, the other beings on other earths, like, but we come from a really, really powerful source, and we can tune into that and tap into that and live that out in our physical lives right here on itty bitty earth. And so universe wants to remind you that you are this all-powerful being. Now, there are a couple things going on in this message where this message could be directly for you, okay? And or it could be for somebody that you know in your life that needs a little help right now. And that's showing up in the leg up. Because when this card came out, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, that's help coming, or that's help. Yeah, that's somebody helping somebody, right? But then when I looked at the two polar bears, and I'm like, whoever I'm talking to, for some of you, okay, this might not apply for everybody, but for some of you, you're actually the mama bear in this picture, and you're not the baby bear that's being helped. You're the helper. So this message might be for somebody that you know that is the baby bear that needs a leg up, okay? And you can be the teacher, teachability. You can be the teacher to help them see the beauty in them that they're not seeing, right? Your sensuality is beautiful. The sewer mermaid. This is the mermaid that's swimming around in the sewer thinking like, oh, I'm not all that. I'm dirty. I'm, all these flaws, not seeing the beauty in yourself. And universe is reminding you, or whoever this message is for, that right? Your sensuality is beautiful. Like, however you came into this earth, whatever you're going through in your life, there is beauty in you exactly where you are. Doesn't mean you can't grow and improve and become more, more of what you want to become. Because at each state in life, and in each phase in life, our purpose here is to look around, to live our lives and say, okay, what do I like, what do I not like, and then the stuff that I don't like, what do I want from it, and it's that kind of like triggering of the asking for something more. That's what calls life force through us, so that the universe can expand and create. And then all we have to do is then focus on the thing that we asked for, in our imagination. And because everything that manifests is energy before it becomes physical reality, right? So it's like the moment that you ask for it, the universe already becomes it. Like your spirit already becomes the thing. And then you, as the human being, from your vantage point, all you got to do is focus on the thing that you asked for. You're like, I want more beauty, or I want more money, or I want more of everything. And this is you in your highest ability, in your highest potential, flourishing, receiving everything, achieving everything that you have asked for, that you've been wanting in your life, right? This is you having of the thing. But a lot of you are not seeing that, and you're like, I'm the sewer mermaid. I'm not anywhere near this glamorous, gorgeous, person that has achieved everything and is successful in everything. I'm just swimming around in the sewer. But it's like, to get from here to here, all you gotta do is believe in your dream. All you gotta do is see the beauty in you. And the beauty can be, intelligence. The beauty can be the abundance, right? The beauty can be the health, whatever the beauty stands for. This version of you already exists in energy form. In order to bring it into the manifested reality, and Pentacles talk about manifestation, right? In order to have everything materialize into your physical reality the way you want it, all you have to do is to know it, see it before it becomes. I think it was Wayne Dyer. He said something about like, you have to believe it before you see it, right? You believe it in your mind, know it in your mind before you're able to physically see it in your reality. And so another way of saying that is you have to be able to see it in your imagination before you can see it in your physical reality, right? You have to know it so well that you can like envision it. You just have to know it in your heart that it is, feel it. Your emotions are like, yes, it's here. Get excited about it, the anticipation of it, right? And this right here, let me see if I can reach that card. It's so interesting that these two cards came out the way they did. What happened was like, so I was shuffling this deck, and usually what I do is that I'm shuffling the deck and I'm getting, like universe tells me how many cards to get, and then so I pick the card and then I look at the card and I'm like, oh, and I try to see what messages I'm receiving from it in connection to whatever came out before, right? With this time, with this particular deck, with these three cards, what happened was that I got the deck, I'm holding it in my hands, I'm shuffling, and then I'm like, I kept my eyes closed. Because what I do a lot of times when I'm shuffling is I close my eyes and I'm connecting with universe, right? I'm focusing on, okay, what does universe want to say in this reading? What is the message from universe, right? And then when I pick the card, I open my eyes and I look at it. But this time what happened was like, I picked the card and I was like, I'm keeping my eyes closed. And I picked all three cards before I opened my eyes and looked at all three of these from the Dark Mansion Tarot. And I looked at it and I immediately knew what this message was about. I immediately knew how it connected with the sewer mermaid, right? Which talks about not being able to see your own beauty, right? And so the other interesting thing that happened is that I usually keep all my cards upright. Like consciously, like I consciously keep it upright, but if for some reason somehow the card gets reversed, and I don't know about it and it comes out in a reading, I read it the way it comes out, and strength came out reversed despite all of my efforts to keep my cards upright. So that means this is significant. You're not seeing your strength. Look at this. Look at this. Look at sewer mermaid with strength. Right? This is you not seeing your strength, you not seeing your beauty, you not seeing how fierce you are, right? You're not seeing your power. Look how cocky this girl is right here. This girl is, I know, I got it. I got it. I got it all. I got it all. I got everything that I asked for. Right? But it came out reversed. So what does that mean? That means there's something that's like reserved about this energy, right? The strength is held back. There's hesitation. It's not free flowing, right? The strength. There's something that's being held back. What's holding you back? Is you not seeing your beauty? You not seeing your amazingness, right? And here's another card about somebody not seeing something. There's a cup that's being offered to you, but you're looking at these other three cups in front of you and you're bored, or you're like, you're just off in your own little world and you're not seeing that there's something being offered to you. Why are you not excited about what you got, right? Somebody's trying to give you a compliment, you don't hear it. It's like, I'm not complimentable. But somebody's like, oh, but I really like that goth look, I really like the black. But you don't hear it. You don't see what's going on for you. That's amazing, right? And you're not seeing that you have all of this, we'll call it potential, but it's only potential because it hasn't manifested, but it actually exists already, It's not a thing that's like it won't come to fruition, because it will, but it's like, when will it come to fruition? It depends on when you can turn this card around and see your own strength and be like, I have no fears, I'm not afraid of this. Look at this fierce lion, he's my friend. I'm not afraid of the strength. I'm not afraid. Let's keep this card upright, because that's what you're aiming for, right? Where you can have all of these things, where you can see that cup that's being offered to you, where you can know your strength. And really, really like relish in all of the good fortune and all of the stuff that's growing for you, and manifest this into your reality, right? So for those of you who this message is for, someone, right? That little baby bear, whoever the baby bear might be in your life. Maybe you're an actual teacher. Maybe you're a spiritual teacher. So these are your clients that you can give this message to. It's teachable, Sometimes if you're a teacher and you come across people who don't see themselves as who they really are, meaning like the spirit that they really are, they're only seeing the human being that might be failing within their own eyes, like they perceive themselves as failing, they perceive themselves as not being enough, not being, you know, who they want to be yet, right? Like you're the person who has to add that word yet to the end of their sentence. It's like you're getting there, you're just not there yet, you know? You have to know that it's possible. And this is encouragement to the teachers and also to those of you who are going through this, that I'm not there yet, that it's teachable. You can learn it. You can learn to do this. You can learn to turn your strength card upside down, or right side up, right? If it's upside down right now, if you're holding back in any kind of way, it's learnable. I mean, that's like the first step, is that it's possible, right? It's possible. And so this is also encouragement to the teachers that it's teachable. Like, it don't, if any of your clients or any of your children or whoever it may be that you're trying to help up from this state, if they're just maybe a little more stubborn, right, in staying in that energy, or they're just not hearing you very much when you try to help them, don't get discouraged. This is completely teachable. And don't take it upon yourself. And I feel like, oh, new messages coming through for the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. If you're working really, really, really hard to help somebody see their own beauty and they're just not seeing it, it's like, don't feel like you're an imposter. This is what the 7 of Swords talks about. Talks about deceit, right? Some people might feel like, oh, it's so hard, I can't help them. And I feel like a failure because I can't help them see their own beauty. And now there's all this burden on you, this responsibility, it's a struggle to try to teach, to try to help these people because they're not seeing it. And spirit, your universe is wanting to let you know that it's not, if that's happening, it's not about you. They're just having a hard time. Maybe your frequency is a little too high for them to be able to understand you, right? Because that's what happens, is like understanding, comprehension, communication occurs when two frequencies match. That's why when people talk and they're like, oh, I get you, I resonate with that. That's like two energies, two frequencies resonating, right? When you're of an energy of knowledge, of a teacher, of knowing of something, and somebody's a student or a client who doesn't know that, and that's why they're coming to you. It's like they're seeking answers and you know the answer, but maybe their energy is too far from the answer. Then you got somebody that's down here and you're up here, and there's no it's like you can't reach low enough without losing your footing, and you don't really want to do that, right? So don't beat up on yourself for not being able to reach some of these people, okay? Because maybe not all of these people are for you to teach, and there will be other teachers at other levels who will be able to just help them baby step up, baby step up. Whereas if you're too far from them and you can't reach them, don't reach down too low. Don't lose your footing just to try to get at them. Because if you slip from your high place down to talk to them so that you guys can connect, all of a sudden you're gonna have to climb your way back up again, right? and it's like, just the ones that aren't, that you're not able to reach right now, it's not that they're not helpable, they are, but there are other people like in these other vibrations, like between, who can help those people. And so don't make that your burden and your responsibility, and to lose hope, just because some of the people you're not able to help, because there will be others that are like maybe a little bit higher, that you're like, it doesn't take much, and you resonate where you are, and they're like, oh, I get it, and then they're uplifted by that already, just from you being who you are, right? So I feel like that's a message for some of the people, that maybe there's somebody in your life that's feeling like this, and then you feel discouraged because you can't help them because they're not hearing you, right? But it's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not helpable. They will find their way. They will find their way. And that's like a specific message for some of you out there. And then the other message that I'm getting through here about this is that if this is you, right? If this is talking about you and you're having a really hard time trying to learn how to turn your inner strength around so that you can actually feel your own strength. And you yourself are feeling like some kind of imposter in some way, because it's like, I want this but I feel like this, I want this but I feel like this. Then these last messages, what happened was, like, as I was getting the cards, universe was saying, okay, there's one more and then there's another one more, right? And these two cards, I was in my mind when I was getting all these cards, I was like, okay, I get the message. The message is about seeing your own power, seeing your own beauty. And I was asking universe, I was like, well, how? I mean, it's one thing to just tell people, like, this is what you need to do in order to help yourself, right? And I was like, how can they do that? And then this card came out. So this one, the message that I'm getting from here is that distant thunder says that the lightning is not exactly where you are. It's kind of a ways off, right? You receive messages, intuitions within yourself before something gets close to you that it will actually affect you. Okay. And if you've listened to or watched the other readings that I've done before, that I've mentioned the emotional guidance scale from Abraham Hicks. The emotional guidance scale is kind of like your distant thunder, where it gives you you can call it a warning or maybe just like an alert of some sort. Like, I don't want to say the word warning just because then it sounds like danger and stuff, but just like an alert, just a little alarm, a little like ding 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 ding, to kind of let you know, to alert you that something is coming. So your emotions do that for you. And this is talking about, like, when you sense something is off, take note of that. Don't ignore it. If you hear something in your mind that says, okay, say you see something in a window somewhere, in a shop window somewhere, you're like, oh, that is so cute, that is so nice. That's a high vibration. That's you saying, like, yeah, that's awesome, I want that in my life. If the second thought that you get from that is, oh, I can't afford it, and then it lowers your energy, you feel it in your gut right away, that kind of like cloud going, like, ooh, I want that, oh, I can't have it. That's a distant thunder. That's a little signal from your universe going, like, hey, you're not seeing your potential. You're not seeing that this has already, just when you asked for it and you said you liked it, it's already been created for you energetically. And all of the paths to get to it, all of the ways that abundance can come to you so that you can purchase it, or that all the ways the universe can provide that thing for you, those paths were open when you said, oh, I want that. But then when you go, I can't have it, then all of a sudden you're not seeing it. All of a sudden your strength is turned upside down and you're not seeing it, right? You're not seeing the possibilities towards the achieving of that thing. Okay, so this is talking about pay attention to your emotions. Pay attention to those little signs and signals, those little niggles inside you of when you're feeling good and when you're not feeling good, because those are all messages from your spirit letting you know, hey, you're thinking something that goes against your Nine of Pentacles. You're thinking something that's like telling you you're not beautiful when you are beautiful, right? This is the beginnings of how you start to turn your strength card right side up, is to pay attention to things before they happen. Pay attention, like those very, very earliest signs are your emotions, right? Go look up, I'll put a link to the emotional guidance scale, but Go look that up. Abraham Hicks talks about it in pretty much all of their books, I'm pretty sure. But like Ask and It Is Given, for sure, they have it in there. And probably even the book Law of Attraction will have it in there. But they tell you that the earliest signals that you receive, right, of anything that's coming to you is your emotion. And your emotions let you know whether you're thinking towards something or you're thinking away from something, okay? So if something feels good, if you're thinking something and it feels good, keep thinking it, keep focusing on it. If you're thinking something that doesn't feel good, that's an alert for you to clear that air. Don't think that. You know, that's like the very beginnings of how to turn your strength card right side up. So the last card that came out, really, really interesting. This is the first time I've ever looked at this word clairaudience, and instead of thinking it as like psychic hearing, which is what clairaudience is, all of a sudden I read it as clear. I think this is French for clear, and then just the word audience, as in, you know, like a bunch of people sitting around listening. This is the first time I've ever read this word that way. Clear audience. So this is talking about like, and especially with the Distant Thunder card, how do you turn your strength right side up? How do you stop listening to the doubts? Stop listening to all the negativity, right? You see all these clouds here, right? Those are all of the messages that come to you, the distant thunders, right? The gloomy clouds and the lightnings that are alerting you. Who are you listening to in your head? Is it something that your mom said to you when you were a little kid, when she was in a bad mood, right? Who are you listening to in your head? Who are you listening to on, I don't know, on the internet, on social media, like in the news? Who are you listening to? Pay attention to that clear audience. Make sure that the people that you listen to are saying the kinds of things that promote your abundance, that promote your beauty, that promote your life, that promote your strength. Right? Clear the things that you're listening to. That's really, really important in the house. This one, pay attention to your emotions, and then as you're paying attention to your emotions, pay attention to when you're listening to the inner voices in your head or the outer voices of people talking to you. Make sure that it's clear. We have clear twice. Clear the air, and then clair up here, which also means clear. So these are the first steps to getting yourself, helping yourself up, and to reaching the state, to turning your strength right side up. Okay? You can do it. It's teachable. It's learnable. This skill. It is a skill. All right. So let me give you a good look at your spread. Okay. All right. Message from Universe 33. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and click on the thumbs up, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.